Hey there and welcome back. Today is episode 8 of the Survival Let's Play. And like I said in the last episode, we need to get this storage system done, or at least one of these. And I have worked on getting some of these shulkers cleaned up and getting some organization done on what I plan on putting in these barrels. But I have spent more time than I'm willing to admit trying to deal with villagers, trying to get quick charge, multi-shot. Mending, of course, I already had over there at the library. And also I was going to make a diamond chest plate out of that last piece of netherite. I put one on my axe. Up to 13 damage with sharpness 5. That is so nice. So first, I think we're going to, I would do it on this one, but I think I want to try multi-shot with the firework rockets. So I'm going to need both quick charge, multi-shot. Going to need a mending and an unbreaking, so I have to get an unbreaking book from over there. And let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, I got the book now. So we're going to have to combine these two. Keep it that way. Unbreaking 6, 5. Ooh. I'm out of levels. Now I'm going to have to go to the ender. Well, I'll go there, get that, be back, and we can start on that. I think it's time we go ahead and get started on this storage system. And I think we're going to go ahead and do both of them because, you know, why just do half of it? I can go ahead and have them both done and my storage will be 100% complete. I'll be ready to go. I'm not sure if I'm still going to build this shulker box storage right now. I think I might have this go down a little staircase into a bulk storage, but that's for later. Right now, we're going to go ahead and build both of these up, finish these facades, and get this 100% done up here on this top level. Let's hop right into it. Well, the only thing to do is to put an item in here and see if it'll go into this chest. So let's take out, well, we're not going to take out a whole lot of pistons, but we'll take out 2 pistons. And there's 43, so it should go back up to 45. There goes the redstone. There it is. Stay in there. Now I just gotta, this is gonna be our output. But it'd be easier for me to show you in Spectator. So right here is the output hopper. And I think I'm going to run this down or down and over right here into this block. Over here, I guess around, no. Over here, and then this is the input for this one. So I can just run it right here on over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Whew, this took an hour to build. And I didn't really make any mistakes. So, whew, that's pretty good. And this thing is squeezed in about as tight as it can be. And these hoppers aren't interfering with anything. I need to put composters on top of these hoppers too. So it looks like it works. It's fantastic. I hadn't really put it under a stress test yet. I'm going to have to fill up all the things and get everything sorted, but it looks like, oh yeah. And then I'm going to need to hook up this output to this input right here. So that's just going to run straight under here. So that's probably where it's going to go. Whew. Oh, it's so nice. That's this whole storage building done. And yeah, I know that the light, messed up this ice, but that's okay. It's because I placed the light block first and not the solid block. Once I put this back, it'll be fine. They won't change. The light levels will be fine. I've already tested that long before, I put this all in here. Ooh. I want to get that rail back. I don't have many of those rails. Alright, then I guess I'll clean up what little bit of netherrack is left. Oh, this is so nice. I guess I'll clean it all up and maybe I'll get this facade all finished. And I'll see you in a few. Well, I got everything done. And now I was doing a little decorating under here for some chests I think I might put under here. I just put some... It's raining already. Well, regardless. That's all done. Everything's cleaned up. There's no shulker boxes around. There's a hopper line that runs under here that connects up this input. Right here, we can actually go down here and see it. So the items that don't make it through those filters, they go past it and goes under here. And I think down here at the bottom, I'm just going to put some chests for some extra deep bulk storage. Like if I leave that sugarcane farm running and it's not producing bone meal, it just puts out insane amount of sugarcane. So if anything fills up these chests on the side, if anything fills these up, then we can take it and put it down here in some double chests. I think that'll be a good thing. And it'll also make the bottom under here look nicer. I think I might wall this off right behind here, like right there on that block. So it would end like right here. That would be the final floor block, and then right next to it would be the wall. Oop, can't reach it. Something like that. At least that much. I could do... I could pretty up all the rest of this under here, but the only thing is we got that item distributor there, and this tube here, so maybe not. And I've still got this janky little cactus farm. I mean, it works fantastically. It's produced a whole buttload of cactus, but I do want to build a big cactus farm for even more bone meal, because when I build a tree farm, I'm going to need a lot of bone meal. And even though the melon and pumpkin, the sugar cane, they're putting out bone meal right now, just running those all into composters. I want the cactus to do that too once I've got enough green dye, because I need plenty of that for cyan terracotta. You need everything for everything. So I hope I can sleep. Yeah, the sun's going down, so I can sleep, get rid of this rain. But that's pretty much the storage room. This top layer all complete, and I only thought about a bottom layer, for double chest down here when I thought about not having the shulker box storage up here, because I can just stick those up here. But, we can still see how it goes. But I'm happy with it. The top is completely done. All the redstone's in, the decoration's in. It's 100% done. Technically, the only thing left I have to do, this is hooked up, but there's nothing in these barrels. So if anything goes through, it's just going to end up in here, which is, that's fine for right now, because I don't have enough stuff that I need sorted, which is a good thing. It's better to have extra room in your storage system rather than it needs to be bigger. So with Central here pretty much wrapped up for the foreseeable future, I kind of have to turn my attention to the next biggest thing, and that is dyes. We're going to need more dyes. You see, gray concrete and cyan terracotta. The gray concrete isn't that big a deal because I've got ink and I've got an income of bones for the white dye. So that's the white and the black. The only thing we really need now is the cornflowers for blue, because the two tall flowers we can just use bone meal for. And then instead of just having one building here, we can have a building for the iron farm, building for the melon pumpkin farm. The library building, the base is finished. I can make that. But then the sugar cane, we can build up that huge building. And, you can see these smooth stone blocks are the bases of these builds. So they're going to be pretty big. But that's going to be our next thing, is a flower farm. Because once we have the flower farm, all of our dyes and all the colorings that we need for the blocks that we want to use will be completely taken care of. Then it's just a matter of getting the blocks. Because let me tell you, it takes a lot of dye to make stuff work. It really does. Because I used about 8 or 9 stacks of dye for this. It was a lot. So over to the east, that way, there is a flower forest, I believe. So let's head over there, and I think we'll go. Oh, that's what I had in the black boxes. I had them back here till I moved them. Wait, is it in the build boxes? Yep, it's in the build boxes. There it is. I had this back here for a while. That's going to be our flower farm. So, I'll get the stuff out of my inventory and we'll head over there and check out the area. Alright. Now I've already been over here. I flew from the island. So I know there's a bunch of trees in this we got to clean up. So let's go ahead and get work on that so we can see what we're doing. Alright, with all that stuff put away, and after I've done plenty of looking around, I think this is going to be the spot. It gets the cornflower, and it also gets lily of the valley, which I think is white, and it also gets some oxeye daisy, which is light gray. So that's going to be good because I use a lot of light gray carpet. So it's mostly going to be cornflower, which is blue. That's what we need. And to get light blue, we could go and build one of these in the swamp, but there's really no need because we can just combine this with the white and that'll give us light blue. So the only flower farm you really need is the cornflowers for the blue dye. And then you have the two tall flowers, the rose, peony, something else, and the sunflower. So, this is the spot. We can go ahead and build this thing. Well, I finished the flower farm. It gave me quite some headaches trying to place those observers and the rails on top. But as soon as the wrong one, but as soon as I finished, I realized I didn't have any bone meal, so I had to fly back to the base, which is right over there, no big deal. Well, fantastic, and it's nighttime, so I got it all done. And I also switched up the collection system because this is Ilmango's flower farm design. Let's go ahead and sleep. So as I said, this is Ilmango's design, and he was composting everything that wasn't the blue cornflower. I think I'll compost the seeds, but right now I just want to store everything. And we'll see how this does. And I had to put 16 items over here in this. So let's see if it breaks. Oh my goodness, is it actually working? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Why do they spawn so fast? Oh, the frames. But yeah, they're getting bone meal, and then those green glass blocks make an item elevator. The items travel up through the block, and then they pull it back up. Everything gets put into this storage system. Wow, that's probably enough stuff. Oh my goodness. This thing is burning. And Ilmango designed it in such a way that even when you turn it off, these pistons will still go down and suck up all the items again one last time. Don't make a liar out of me now, because I know he did it. I know he did it. There's still stuff sitting up there. Unless I missed some redstone circuitry. Huh. I might have missed a piece of redstone or something. And yeah, I didn't make a floor or nothing. I haven't done anything. That's a good amount of stuff right there. A lot of seeds. I'll just turn them into bone meal and feed it back into the farm. But that's a good amount of flowers. But I mean, this didn't run but for barely a minute. Look at all these cornflowers. That is so nice. Got plenty of blue, a little bit of white. Lily of the Valley is white. Yeah, so we got some white as well as, so it looks like it's going to be mainly cornflower and then some lily of the valley and just a tiny bit of oxeye daisy. But this is fantastic. I'm very happy with this thing. This will keep me stocked. I'm not going to fill up all these hoppers with bone meal. I'm probably just going to stick a chest up here. That's probably what I need to do. Take this out and put a chest, double chest right there, and just fill it up with stuff. As a matter of fact, I should be able. Yes. So there. Cool. So I can drop in plenty of bone meal and keep this thing stocked up. This thing tears through some bone meal. But hey, you know, you run this thing for a little bit and you won't have to worry about running it anymore. Oh, this is fantastic. But yeah, I know because I watched the video on Ilmango who made this. It's supposed to, when you turn it off, it's supposed to come back down and suck up the items once more and send them into the water stream. Oh, actually, what I could, there we go, what I can do, so it's on a hopper timer, and the grass gets bone mealed, creates all the flowers and grass and everything, and then the blocks are just pushed back and forth. They're just ping pong back and forth with these pistons, and that breaks all those, I was going to say items, but it breaks all the grass and the flowers. They land here on top, and then that glass gets pushed down. They get sucked up into this water on top of the pistons. They flow over down into this water stream, and there's a, well, it's seeds, and then they just come flow through here, get aligned to this chest, and then flow into the hoppers. Pretty simple. I mean, there are simpler versions of flower farms that just basically have this on the bottom where they just move back and forth, but this is the only flower farm I'm going to build in this world, so I figured, you know, why not go all out? So cool. I have no idea about how I would decorate this or like terraform this stuff around it. I don't have a clue. I thought about making giant flowers, and I made them in a creative world, and it was very, very hard, and it didn't look as good as I wanted it to, but hey, for right now, we have got an absolute beast of a flower farm. We got bone meal to give us all the rest of the 2 high flowers, and so we're all set for dyes. We are 100% set on dyes. So now the only thing that's holding me back from putting up more buildings at the main base back over that way is, well, just resource gathering. Whew. I'm so happy about this. This is good. This, you know, getting all this infrastructure in is going to make everything so much easier. So, all right. Is there another lever? No, that's just the same lever. I thought there was another one for something else. But anyway, we can head back to the base and maybe start working on something else. Well, I let the farm run maybe 2 minutes or so, and I got all these cornflowers, you know, just over a quarter stack of the oxeye daisy, and then about 6 lily of the valley. So that that farm absolutely cranks out the flowers. So I might want, I tell you what we'll do, we'll change this out and make it for flowers. So I've done a little bit of extra work here down below trying to make this work. You see, I didn't plan any of this out. I just been down here working. So this is the janky part right here, the transition. And I've worked it in as best I can. And I don't think it looks bad. It could most certainly look better if I planned this out from the beginning, but I don't think it's too bad. And this is going to be like extra deep storage for stuff that I have way too much of, and that is nothing at the moment. The thing I have the most of is probably sugar cane. 3 shulker boxes full of paper. A lot of sugar cane. So I like the way this looks down here. There's nothing in any of the chests, and I also thought that I could maybe put some potion brewers in here in the back. I started working on kind of a hallway kind of deal, but I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, because that is more underground. And one of the kind of general guidelines, I wouldn't even really call it a rule, but general guidelines for this series or this survival world is I want to build as much as I can above ground. So, you know. But I made this look as nice as I can. Here's our nice little input to go into this sorter. This whole thing is ready to go. But really, this was the main thing. I've just been working on this down here. You know, while I was editing this video, I noticed that the time is just flying by. I don't know where it goes, but it's just absolutely whizzing by. So, I did a tiny bit more work down here. Put in some doors. And I put the, whatever this is called, little composter setup we had out there on the edge of the base of Central. I put that in here, and now I just noticed it's off by 1 block. Well, I changed this. It was in the middle here, and then I added this, and it doesn't matter. I'll fix it. And I got so much, I have so much of this crimson wood. I just tried to, decorate it, and, and right back out here, like I was talking before, see, there's the item distribution. So that's all of a little hallway that we have. And I also put a little concrete maker here for the next build I'm going to make. I realized it's going to take a lot of concrete. So while I did a little resource gathering, I had a lot of concrete powder, and I didn't want to just stand out there and try and do it in a pool of water. The items go everywhere. So this will work nice. And that's all this is. Just a little, little nook and cranny kind of room. As I said before, I don't want to build underground as much. And this over here is purely for decoration. There's nothing back here. But as I said in the beginning, the time is just running out on this episode. It's gone by so fast, but in a good way. It's been a lot of fun. So I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. And, I'll see you in the next one. So bye-bye.